Internet.
Hello.
This is my roommate, Julia. She's the one that plays guitars and sings. I might have complained about it.
Do you tell them about me?
Once. I talk more about Sam, though. Anyways.
I'm just gonna go now.
Anyways,
contemplate that for a second.
Here's the situation. I've been getting a few people asking me, hey, Katie, you're a stage manager. Tell me what to do with my life. So, my friend Julia here, roommate Julia.
Yes.
She is pursuing a BFA in theater studies. I'm pursuing a BFA in stage management. I can't act to save my life. So we thought we might be able to
answer some of your questions.
Yes, yes. So I think a lot of people on Tumblr, you're in high school. I get that. I remember being in high school. It was traumatic.
I'm trying to forget being in high school.
Damn straight. High school's the worst.
Oh yeah.
You think Brit is the worst? High school's the worst. And I understand that there are a lot of questions going through your mind about, is theater a really, you know, a career worth going for, a career that is not going to leave you living broke.
Or living in a box.
Exactly.
Which, if you do end up in a box, I would be totally willing to share it with you.
But
we could put our boxes together.
We don't live in a box, though. We
don't
nice
right
apartment.
now. Yes.
And,
with our cat over here.
It's a piece of paper stick to the wall. Where is Yarmagone? Anyways. That's true. It's not Hanukkah anymore.
I mean, he can do it. He can be Jewish year round, but
that's we
had dressed him up for Hanukkah.
So what I want to sort of communicate to you guys is that theater, I don't believe, from my experience, is not as poor of a place as your parents think, as your guidance counselors think,
try and lead you to believe.
Exactly. I mean, there are definitely there's a lower income that's we get an email.
I know, it's so exciting.
There's definitely a lower income than you would with like.
You're not gonna be rich.
You're not. You know, like my best friend, he's an engineer and was gonna be. He's looking at making like 6 figures his 3rd year out of college. That's great for him. Yeah. I plan to live in his apartment. He doesn't know this yet. But
he will now.
He's sending my Tumblr.
Nobody does. But the thing is, I mean, at least personally, I'm not going into it for money. I love theater. It's the one thing I found that I can't. It's gonna sound crazy, but I can't live without it. I love doing it, and I love the people I work with, and I love the things I do within theater. And really, that's why I do it, is because I love it. And I've come to realize that even if I don't do exactly what it is I want, which right now, since I'm getting a theater studies degree, I'm not sure what I exactly want to do.
Do you like this apartment?
I don't. But the thing is, theater is really applicable in general. Like, you can really do a lot of things with a theater degree. Totally. People love theater people because
we're fun.
We're fun.
So fun.
We know how to communicate. All the skills we learn here are really. They're very general skills that you can apply to really anything. General skills. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of turning into advice now, but like, if it's something you want to do, if it's that one thing that you really want to do and you can't live without, do it. Because you'll find a way to do it if you really want to.
And I think that a lot of fears can be abated, especially parents' fears, because Lord knows you're still under the rule of your parents, and I totally get that. I was really, really lucky to have incredibly supportive parents, and as was Julia, they, make sure I'm not starving, and that I'm stocked up on ramen and all that great stuff. But I think what's great, what will stave their fears is to find a really, really good program that will launch you where you want to be. If you want to be on Broadway, if you want to be in Chicago, if you want to be other places, LA, Vegas, I don't know.
You can really do theater. Theater specifically, you can do it anywhere.
Yeah, I
mean, there's always theater in every community you go to, and it's.
And I think a lot of people.
It's universal.
Maybe you don't feel this as a 17, 18-year-old kid looking for college, but maybe your parents think this, or your grandmother, or whatever. Like, theater equals Broadway. Theater does not equal Broadway. Theater
Broadway
equals
is
everywhere.
This compared to the amount of theater that there is in the world.
Mm-hmm. And there's so much.
It's great. It's still great.
Yeah, I mean, theater, Broadway's great. I kind of have aspirations towards it, but maybe I don't. I still don't really know what I'm doing with my life.
And that's what college is for.
But I know that wherever I go, because of the network at my school and the network of people that I know and the people that I've worked with, I'm going to be able to find work, and I'm going to be able to do things that I find artistically fulfilling. Will I be waitressing? Probably at some point in my life, you know? But that's how it goes for a while, and then eventually you hit a point where you've built your resume enough, you've built your connections enough that you're taking a more full-time job. And if you're working the right way, if you really knuckle down and do your work and make those connections with people, you will find that those jobs open up for you. It's difficult, I think, to major in something to please your parents, like business or an ology of some kind, and also work on the theater as much, because I think you'll be gravitated towards what you love, and if you love theater, you'll gravitate towards that. Trying to divide that time is really difficult. I think theater really, I've experienced, takes up all the time you give it.
Especially if you're in a really demanding program.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm in classes 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
I'm working on my show 7-8 hours a day. And then I'm doing homework when I come home. It's just, there's so much that's asked of me to, like, I'm working on Our Town right now, and I'm there. Our rehearsals are...
I haven't seen her for 3 days.
Our rehearsals are 7 to 11, which means I am there in the office from noon to 5, and then from 5 to 7 we're setting up in the space, and then, we've been ending at 10 because that's great, but from 10 to midnight we're in the office doing other stuff. Like, it just takes up so much time, which is, I love, but I understand that people would be concerned about that, but, it's a commitment thing, and if you can commit to that, you will be good at it. Not, automatically, like, it's not like a participation award, but, the more you commit to something, the more you grow at it, and the better you get at it.
And it's totally possible to have more than one major or a minor or something. It's totally possible. I think what we're trying to say, though, is, like, do your research, find the university that fits you, the institution, I guess, that works for you, with the program that it has, with what it offers you. And if it's really what you want to do,
go for
it.
But, there are so many central skills that, like, I know more about, like, Microsoft Excel than I think some accountants do. Oh, Lord, I've made
then you should
masterpieces.
Really.
And it's just that there are skills that are so applicable, like, technical, like, practical skills like building and painting and stuff that, I guess you could go be a house painter if you wanted to, I don't know. There's just, you get to pick up so many strange and bizarre skills in theater that can use other places,
I'm just thinking about all the things I did this week that are just the most random skills,
right?
That I could use for any job.
She also works in our prop shop, so she makes stuff.
I make stuff all, and it's funny because I've never done the same thing 2 days ever.
Which is what
there.
I love.
I've worked there for a year and a half now.
I love the randomness of what theater is, and I get that that's not something I might not want forever.
Yeah.
If I want to settle down and have kids, that's kind of tough. But I love that.
Ooh, getting deep now.
Deep.
Whoa. Future.
But I love that I come into work in the theater every day, and I don't really know. I have some idea what's going to happen, what I'm going to interact with, who I'm going to see.
Also, problem solving. That's another great thing that theater gives you.
That's a thing to throw out to your parents. Hey, man, theater makes me good at problem solving.
At life, really.
Oh, Lord. Problem solving. I'm minoring in problem solving.
Yeah, it's true.
And you get to work with a lot of different people, and you find out how a lot of other people work, and how to best communicate with them, as you said. That, I think there's a variety of
reasons why you should.
Yes, exactly.
If it's your thing,
yeah.
If it's what you want to do it.
Do it. Follow your dreams.
I think we've covered.
Yeah, and I get that, and I understand that your parents may not be totally on board with this whole theater thing because you do it in high school and whatever. But if you're good at it, and I think you probably know if you are good at it. I don't want to
presume,
judge or presume, but if you're good at it, you probably know you are. And if you don't know if you are, take a couple classes. That's totally fine. You may find out it's not the thing for you. You know, but I definitely encourage exploring it in college. College is when you can do the crazy shit like that. And if you don't major in it, you can do...
Especially freshman year. Freshman year is pretty much for that. Mm-hmm. And even if you decide to switch later, that's still possible. It's still possible to transfer.
Half of our classes transfers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people will eventually find what works for them. It just takes a
If
little
you have your
time
doubts, honestly, everything's possible. You just have to find a way to make it work.
Are unicorns possible?
Hmm?
You said everything's possible. Are unicorns possible?
Yes. Yes, I have a story about that later.
Yay. So, yeah, I mean...
I love you.
They're the best of all fictional animals. So yeah.
Now we're rambling.
I hope that this has helped. I hope that you enjoyed spending the last 11 minutes and 9 seconds with us.
You're welcome.
Please feel free to shoot me another ask, shoot me a fan mail.
Let us know if you want us to talk more.
Yeah, this is something, we've been really bored today. I haven't left the apartment today for the first time ever. I'm so not busy.
I left the apartment. And got us water guns.
We didn't bring those. Damn. Mine's in my desk. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, feel free to hit me back up on Tumblr or whatever.
Pew, pew.
For advice.
Ooh,
oh my god! If you get my computer wet, I'll murder you in the face.
In the face?
In the face.
Right here.
In the face.
It's down.
Anyway. Let me know how your thing's going. If you wanted to chat more about BFA versus BA, that's a whole nother can of worms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, just hit me up. I love talking to people from the internet. You guys are fun. Yeah. Peace. Bye! Peace and blessings.